Today, I'm going to be talking about how to rescale or recycle your YouTube videos so you can share your videos to a wider audience. So instead of just relying on YouTube, and we'll talk about that, how can we take that content and then distribute it or submit it to many different places that where your audience is not actually on YouTube, but you're reaching different people and you're expanding your audience so you can get more leads, make more sales, generate more subscribers, views, etc. So my name's Herman Drost, and my channel is all about how to grow your audience on YouTube so you can generate more traffic, generate more leads, more sales on autopilot. And just by creating one video, it's the beauty about YouTube, creating one video, you invest that energy, that time, those hours once, and then that content can be working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, weeks, months, and even years into the future. What is your top external traffic source on YouTube? So, if you go into YouTube Analytics, you'll see your top videos, but then, if you go into the Reach tab, you'll see also your external traffic sources. So that's a little bit what we're going to be talking about today, but I'm kind of interested in what is your top external traffic source on YouTube. It could be Facebook, it could be Google search, Twitter, Instagram, etc. But yeah, put that on the chat, or if you're watching the replay, put that in the comments. My top external traffic source is Google search, and that contributes to almost half of the traffic that I get from YouTube. So we're going to be covering a little bit of that today, plus other types of ways that you can recycle your content. The topic is how to share your videos from YouTube, and not just share them on YouTube, but to share them in different ways. So let's see. So looking at what are the benefits of sharing your videos. It's pretty obvious, of course, but get more traffic. Everybody wants more traffic. Last week's live stream, we talked about impressions, how to get more impressions. And impressions, they don't come from external traffic sources, but you can sometimes get more views than impressions. And the reason for that is that these views come from outside YouTube. So this could be from your email list, from your blog, from your website, social media sites, etc. So, but the benefits of sharing your videos, therefore, is to get more traffic. You want to generate more sales. So if you're promoting an affiliate product, then you want to get more sales, or you're promoting your own product. You want to reach different audiences. So you're taking that same piece of content that you've put, when you create a video, you spend hours, coming up with a topic, writing the script for the video, and then filming the video, then editing the video, which usually takes the longest, and then optimizing the video, and then promoting the video. So that, why not take that same piece of content and try to find other audiences that will love your content? So you want to reach different audiences. It also helps to increase view velocity. So when you first upload your video and you promote it on different platforms on the net, then this creates what's called a session start time. So people see your video on social media, see your video on your blog and your website, email list, etc. And then they click on your video and that starts a session start time. So this sends a signal to YouTube that people are interested in your videos. So if you get that strong initial view velocity in the first 24 to 48 hours, then that's a good sign that your video is taking off. So then you want to promote your video in that first 24, 48 hours so you get those session start times, build the view velocity. And another benefit is that it can help build your brand. Recently, probably a few months ago, I changed the name on my social media sites to sync with the change of name on my YouTube channel. So by syncing the name across all the social media sites, that was a way to build my brand. And you can also build your email list. So by sending your content out to different ways, you can build your email list. And also, in case something happens to your YouTube channel, maybe you get a strike or maybe you get your channel terminated. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. So if you built your email list, if you built your social media sites, then you're not just relying on YouTube. And also when you distribute your content to many different places, you're doing something that your competitors don't necessarily want to do. So you're kind of going above and beyond what maybe most people don't do, and that's distributing your content to different places. So what you're doing, you're just recycling that one piece of content and making, and you don't have to recreate the content, but you can just recycle it, repurpose it, rescale, etc., which we're going to be talking about as we go. So here's some examples of different external traffic sources. In my Facebook group, I asked people, what is your top external traffic source? And some people replied and showed their screenshots of what they're getting. I don't know if you can see that on your screen, but on the left, I took a screenshot of my external traffic sources, and Google search is my top external traffic source, which gets 67.7% of my traffic. So, and then I've got DuckDuckGo, which I don't even know what that is. And then I got my website, Dross Designs, and Bing. Further down, I've got Facebook and some social media sites. Whereas I forget who was this. I think it was Raul. I think on the second graphic here, he's got Twitter, which came in at the top. Then he's got Facebook, and then he's got the WhatsApp app. So I haven't tried the WhatsApp app. I use it for overseas calls, but I don't really use it for promotion. And then over here on the right, this person's top external traffic sources, Tumblr, Instagram, Reddit. I don't use Reddit much, but I heard some people do very well with that. And then we've got Twitter, DuckDuckGo, Facebook, Pinterest, StumbleUpon. So I haven't seen StumbleUpon for ages, and LinkedIn. So these are some other ones there. Where to share your videos on YouTube. So let's go through some of the ways that you can just share your video link. Once you've uploaded your video, then where can you share it? Well, you can share it in the description. If those first 3 lines under your video can be seen by the person watching your video. So you could put a subscribe link in there. You could put a link to a related video in there. You could put a link, you could link to a playlist in there. You could also do the same with your comments. You can pin a subscribe link to the top of your comments. You could pin a playlist to the top of your comments. You could pin a related video to the top of your comments. And then also with playlists, you can, if you create a series of videos on the same topic, then you could link to that playlist in the card and the end screen. So you can have, links to multiple videos in your playlist. And that, that helps you get into suggested videos. And if people have got 1,000 subscribers, then you can place an image, you can place a video, you can do a poll on the community tab. So you can announce your new video, and if people have clicked the bell notification icon to receive notifications from anywhere on YouTube, then they'll receive a notification when you add a post to your community tab. Then you've also got YouTube stories. Every day, I don't know if you know this, but every day I post a 15-second YouTube story, a video link to my stories, just like a 15-second tip. So if you're not getting those, usually I try to upload one every morning, before I start work. I just upload a tip, like a hot tip that you can use for the day, for the week, or, there's hundreds of tips that I've shared on a YouTube story. So this is another way to reach your audience. So you can just you can also hype your upcoming live stream. Like yesterday, actually this morning, I announced in a YouTube story that I'm going live at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So you can also link to a video in that, or you can link to an example video or another channel. So that's another great way to reach your audience. The About page, the About page is great because a lot of people, when they go to a channel, they want to check out who is this person and what are they about. So on your About page, you can create a link on your About page that then appears on the link on your channel banner. So you could link to a cheat sheet or a report or an ebook. I don't think you can link to Facebook. I think Facebook, Instagram, one of your social media sites. But you can also put a link on your About page, a subscribe link, telling people to subscribe, and that's another way to get people to subscribe to your channel. So if you're trying to get 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, trying to get that first 1,000 subscribers or 100 subscribers so you can get a custom URL for your channel, then these are some great ways to boost your subscriber rate. Then you've got your channel homepage. Your channel homepage is the first page that people see when they go to your channel, and so you could put a channel trailer on there that emphasize the benefits of subscribing to your channel. So you could put your channel trailer there. You could add sections to your channel homepage that contains playlists. So you could create a whole bunch of videos in your playlist. So when people go to your channel homepage, they can dive more, take a deeper dive into your content. And I just thought about this morning. You can add subtitles and captions to increase the engagement from your videos. So if you're not transcribing your videos or putting captions and subtitles, sometimes you have a strange accent, sometimes you're not speaking clearly. Maybe you speak too fast, you speak too slow. Um, People can't understand what you're saying, so then you add subtitles. And another thing you can do is you can translate those subtitles into different languages. So if a lot of people, if your top language besides English is Hindi or Arabic or France, then you could translate your videos into French or German or some other language, and then you reach another whole audience in a whole different country. So if you want to know how to do that, just check the link. I think I put a link to how to translate your YouTube videos in the description. So check that out in the description. So those are all the ways that you can share your video links on YouTube itself. And probably most of you are doing this, but you can also share your videos on social media. So this graphic on the right, when you click the share tab on your video, then up pops this graphic showing, quickly how you can share your links on, share your video on LinkedIn, Blogger, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, etc. And so with LinkedIn, you can share your video there. Blogger, you can, usually what I do is I put the title there, then I'll share the link to the video, and then I'll add a description to that because that's like a social media blog. And then on Twitter, you can add hashtags. You can add an image on Twitter as well as your video. So with the hashtags, you can reach more people. Tumblr, you can also add hashtags. Twitter, and Tumblr, Pinterest. And then you got Instagram. You got Instagram stories. You got IGTV. So as I mentioned, when I do YouTube stories, then I upload a 15-second Instagram story and share it on Instagram. So with Instagram, you can share a square video, which we're going to talk about later, how to create a square video. So that means rescaling your YouTube video. And then on IGTV, you can just upload your YouTube video as is. You can just play the whole video on IGTV, which is linked to Instagram. So, and then what happens, you can even I think on the YouTube story, you can have some of that, you can link from the YouTube story, and then people can watch the whole video on IGTV. So it can create a small sort of preview video on there. So with IGTV, you don't have to rescale your video, but with Instagram, I highly recommend creating a square video, and same with Facebook, you can upload a square video natively to Facebook. So, so with Facebook, you've got pages and you've got groups. So I've got a Facebook group, which you're all free to join. But you can do your pages and groups, and then instead of going to a group and just pasting your link in there, you want to be part of the conversation, contribute to the conversations in the group, and then maybe somebody asks a question, and then instead of just answering with a couple of sentences, you could, if the group, Facebook group owner allows it, you can add a link there that talks more about, goes deeper into the answer of the question. So you can also share your wins. Share. You got 10,000 subscribers, and you can put ask the group owner if you can share the win. So you just have to check the rules of the groups, and then you can people can get to know you by being part of the conversation. So yeah, ICU nurse says that you have to put so much effort for the video. So that's true. Usually when upload my video, then I'll spend the rest of the week, not necessarily all in one go, but I'll I'll take like and I'll talk about this later. I'll just use a time block, say 15, 20 minutes to rescale or repurpose my videos and share them in different ways. But generally, when I upload my video, then I want to get that view velocity. So I'll email it and I'll rescale the video quickly. You can even do this before you upload the video and then share it on social media sites. Oh, thanks, Harley. So yeah, if you want to join my Facebook group where you can interact there with like-minded people, get some feedback, ask questions, get latest YouTube news, etc., then you can definitely check that out. So those are some of the different ways that you can share on social media. I'm going to go a little bit into later about how to create the square video. So I'll show you that, but let me move on to the next way. You can embed your videos on your website or blog. Now this does take a bit of time because you have to transcribe your content. So you can use GoTranscript or rev.com, or you can just even do it yourself. You can download the SRT file and then just download the SRT file and convert it into a text file, and then you could add that transcript or add that transcript to your blog or your website, as I've done here. So on the left on drostvideo.com, I've added my transcript. I've embedded the video and I've added the transcript of the video to my blog. So why would you do this, you could say? Well, as I mentioned previously, a lot of my traffic comes from Google search. So by embedding your video on your blog, adding a transcript, adding internal links, and optimizing that post on your blog helps for your content to be found in Google. So on the second graphic here, you can see proportion of my total traffic is 38, external traffic is 38.3%, and out of that 67.7% is Google search. This is proof that it works. You just do what I said there, and then you can embed, you can just embed your link there and automatically, this is for WordPress, it's a WordPress blog, so you can embed your link there. If you're using the editor, you can just use the block editor and embed your link there. So and then if you want to further on that, well, here's evidence of one video that how to go live on YouTube without 1,000 subscribers. So this video here, this is not on Facebook, this is on Google search. And so this is currently #1 on Google, and it's the top ranked video on Google for how to go live on YouTube without 1,000 subscribers out of 234 million results. So that video is getting a lot of traffic just from Google search. So it's definitely worth trying to get traffic from both YouTube and from Google search. I just want to mention this too, because when you do embed a video on your blog, on a WordPress blog for instance, then after the video stops playing, then YouTube will show unrelated videos at the end of the video. So how can you stop that? The way to stop that is that you copy the YouTube embed code from YouTube and then you put it into like a text file, and then you add question mark rel equals 0 to the end of your YouTube video URL, and then you go into your WordPress code editor, and you just paste that code, that embed code, into your blog post, save the page, and then when you preview or play or view the page, then at the end of the video, only your videos will play instead of your competitors' videos or unrelated videos. So I don't know if you know that secret tip, but this is a great way to keep people on your web page for a longer period of time, which is one of the ranking factors on YouTube. So longer somebody stays on your web page or blog page, the better, that sends a signal to the Google algorithm that people are staying longer on your page. Oh, thanks, Harley. So yeah, so this is just a great tip that you can, if you're posting on a blog or a website. Share your videos in email. So if you got an email list provider like Aweber, then this is what I usually do. As soon as I've uploaded my video, then I'll notify the subscribers on my email list. So you give them, you kind of start off with a great title. You put in kind of a paraphrase the content of your video, and then you can add an image, even your thumbnail image, which you've created already. You can add that in the email, and you can even link the image to your YouTube video. So if somebody clicks on the image, then they can go straight to your video. But you can also, in your email, you can say, click this link to check out the video. And then if you're constantly using your email, you can even put your channel link in your email signature. So if you have an email signature, you can put a link to your latest video, a subscribe link there for people to subscribe to your channel. So playlist link, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to build up, watch time, subscribers, etc. This is a great way to share your video or share your channel link in email. You can also share your videos in an ebook or report. So what I use is something called Designrr. So you can check it out at drossdesigns.com/designer, and you can easily convert a blog post, or I think if you upgrade to there's an upgrade option where you can even take your YouTube video and you just put your link into the software, and then it automatically will create a transcript of your YouTube video. So it'll even show you it'll even give you screenshots. You can take screenshots as you're transcribing your video. So you can add links in there. Then you can share. Once you've created your ebook, then you can share your ebook or report on document sharing sites such as scrib.com, slideshare.com, or any properties that take PDF. So you can convert your book to a PDF and share it on PDF sharing sites, which there are actually hundreds on there. But I don't usually do a lot of them, but this is a great way to kind of reach different audiences. So this is a great way to, if you want to get more views, get more engagement, then convert your video to a PDF file. You get your video transcribed, and then you can make an ebook. You can even use it as a lead magnet to make money from YouTube by selling, promoting affiliate products. So this is a great way to do it. So here's kind of the home page of Designrr. So it creates stunning ebooks, reports in 2 minutes without writing a word. So they've got hundreds of templates in there. They've got different kinds of fonts. They got copyright-free images. So if you're stuck for an image, that you can just use the images that they provide. You can publish unlimited ebooks. You get free commercial license. It's very easy to use. And over here on the right, when you start creating the ebook, you got all these different options here. So on the right here, it says YouTube video to PDF. If you got a podcast, you can use the software to convert your podcast to PDF. So all these different ways that you can convert the same piece of content to ebooks, reports, PDFs, all these different things. Share videos in collaboration. So I did a collaboration with Daniel Batal a few weeks ago, and he was gracious enough to be part of the interview. So I interviewed on the live stream, and as a result, he could share his channel, share his video on that live stream, or in the description, or because usually when you do an interview, then you want to offer that ability to the person you're interviewing to share, what they wish to promote, so that ideally, or obviously they want to promote their channel. So if you can do a collaboration with someone in your niche, then you could share your content, expose your content to their audience. They could expose their content to your audience. And so it kind of works both ways. And this way you can share even your most recent video, share your playlist, share your channel link, with a whole different audience. And so you're capitalizing on the audience that they have built, and vice versa. They are utilizing the audience that you have built. So doing collaborations is a great way to go to expand or to expose your content to a whole different audience, or a wider audience. So I just want to talk about how to create shareable videos for social media. So I talked about how to create a square video. So when you share a video in YouTube and Instagram stories on Facebook, then you want to create a square video. And in this one here, you see on the left, I use something called square video wrappers. So what you basically do is you create a square video using your favorite YouTube video editor. I use ScreenFlow, but you could use Capwing. It's an online video editor. And then you can add a square video wrapper, which you can use. Try different wrappers that make it look beautiful, makes it stand out in the feed, and stops people in the feed. And then you just share that square video on Instagram and Facebook as to get more views and engagement. So I think I've got a little, I don't know, I've got a little clip here I can play. Let's see if that works. I use ScreenFlow video editing software for the Mac to create my square videos. Click the ScreenFlow icon, click Configure Recording, click New Document, click the drop down, click Instagram, and change it to 1080 by 1080. Click the icon. Here's a video I downloaded from YouTube and imported into ScreenFlow. Notice that it has the ugly black bars at the top and bottom of the video. Now I'm going to add my square wrapper. Now I'm going to add a heading. I'm going to add some subtitles to the bottom. Since this is for Instagram, I'll finish it with click link and bio for more info. So that's a quick way that I just showed you how you can create a square video using ScreenFlow, but if you have your favorite video editing software, then you can do the same. But it's a great way to kind of, instead of creating just a square video with no extra things to grab the attention, then you can actually use a video wrapper to, make it look much better. Oh, let me go back to my presentation here. Okay, let's hold on 1 second. So if you go to that, you can check it out if you want to check it out. You go to drostvideo.com/video wrappers, and you can kind of get more information there and see all the different types of video wrappers that you can use. But if you want to stop people in the feed, use those video wrappers on your square videos, and then that'll actually make a difference. Some important things to keep in mind when you're sharing your videos. Somebody mentioned, I don't know who it was, I'll probably look at the questions later, but had mentioned that it takes a lot of time. Yes, it does take time, but usually when I promote my videos, I'll, best time for me to be creative is in the morning. So then afternoon, my brain is not as fresh as it was in the morning. So then I'll use that to kind of distribute my videos. So what I highly recommend is create a strategy. So one of the strategies is to use time blocks. So if you have 15 minutes in the morning, or 30 minutes in the evening, or 30 minutes in the afternoon, then set aside a time block. And if you set aside a time block and say, for the next 15 minutes, I'm going to create a blog post from my video. And maybe you won't finish it, but when you set aside that time, then it's easier to distribute or to share your videos. So when I create a blog post, for instance, from my video, I'll set aside like an hour, knowing that the return on investment is going to be greater than if I didn't do it. So if I just invest an hour and that video shows up in Google search and it stays there for weeks, months, and years into the future, then that 1 hour that I took, that 1 hour time block, pays off hundreds of times. And as a result, I'm constantly getting more subscribers, more views, more sales, etc. So you have to think, what is the best investment of your time? It might be just YouTube, but I would say if you're, I don't spend a lot of time on Instagram or Facebook, but probably spend the most time on my blog when I repurpose my content. So I would highly suggest using a time block, and then keep in mind that every social media platform is a little bit different. So like on Facebook, I often just upload the whole video natively. Just take my YouTube video and I'll have have a copy of it and the .mp4 file, and I'll just upload it natively to YouTube, because then people can just consume it on upload it natively to Facebook, so people can consume it on Facebook. Alternatively, I'll create a square video. So I'll just create a maybe like 30-second or a 60-second video that's a square video, and I'll paste that I'll submit that natively to YouTube, and then I'll put a link in the comments, and I do this on the Facebook group too. Put a link in the comments because YouTube and Facebook don't like each other, and so if you just put just a link into the Facebook page or group, that it's not going to get much traction. But if you put it in the comments for people to check out YouTube video, that is actually much better. But each platform is going to behave differently, so kind of look at what you can do, like on Instagram, the stories, like 15 seconds. Instagram TV, you can upload your whole video there. And then you might also think about adding captions. So adding, some people, when they scroll through their Facebook feed or Instagram feed, then they have the sound turned off. So you might want to add captions under your video, and you can do this by using a tool like Capwing. You can use that tool to create subtitles or captions under your videos. You can do it in ScreenFlow. Most YouTube video editors have that ability too. And so it's another way to reach your audience that that maybe has a sound turned off or doesn't listen to videos. And then people that are hard of hearing, they can also read the captions. And then another thing to do is to track external traffic sources. So at the beginning of this live stream, I talked about, what are your top external traffic sources, and then if most of them are coming from Google search, maybe you want to focus on Google search. If most of them are coming from Twitter, then maybe focus on Twitter. If most of them are coming from Facebook, maybe you can expand that traffic source. So I know it's going to take time to redistribute content, but maybe if you identify your top external traffic sources, then you can get a lot of traffic from YouTube, but also get a lot of traffic from an external traffic source. So the beauty, I think, about it is that, what if something happens to YouTube channel? Then if you've got an email list, then you own the email list. You don't own YouTube, you don't own Facebook, you don't own Instagram. So I highly recommend, building up your email list and then using these other social media platforms to get more traffic, get in front of that traffic, and then using your website or blog, which you own. If you use a WordPress site, you can get a domain and own that and build up your audience on that blog. And then, if you're say if you don't have 1,000 subscribers, then you can't monetize your channel, but you can monetize your blog or your website because it doesn't require a certain number of subscribers. So you can even start generating AdSense income from your blog or website. So those are just some important things to keep in mind. And then I've got a video that talks about the top 6 ways to share your YouTube link on Instagram so you can get more views and subscribers. So check out that video. I'll put a link in the description, but I'll also put this in the end screen of this YouTube video, so you can just click on the link in the end screen and check out this 6 ways to get put your YouTube links on Instagram and get more views and get more engagement.